Hi, and welcome to the 10 square meter workshop. I recently changed my belt sander for this model here, but why did I do it? And what modifications will I make? This is my previous belt sander, and it's absolutely rubbish. I've spent way more time maintaining it than I ever have using it. Although there's dust collection for the disc, there's nothing for the belt. Newer models are better, but with this version you have to take the disc off to get the belt guard off, and it does throw the belt an awful lot. I ended up modifying the belt cover so that I could take it apart to get at the belt more easily. Belt tracking is very sensitive. If you get it wrong, it slides to one end, jams and throws the belt. Although when working it does sound quite well, it puts dust everywhere and I'm really not happy with it. So I've decided to replace it. This is its replacement. You probably recognise it. A lot of companies badge them. I chose this one because of its colour. I would have had a Triton, but I don't want a big orange box. It is a combined belt and spindle sander, and it's very easy to change from one mode to the other. This sander works very well, but there's a couple of modifications I want to make to it. The first is the dust port. I use the DeWalt airlock system, so I need to adapt this port. Fortunately, I had this stub left over from a previous project, so all I had to do was turn the inside to the right diameter. A bit of glue to make sure it stays there, and push it on. I covered the airlock vacuum system in a previous video. If you're not familiar with it, you just push it on and a quarter turn and it's locked in place but can still rotate. Very useful. The second will be a mitre stop. Although it has a stop here which is removable to hold wood against the band, you really need a method of holding the wood square to the band. I shall be using a piece of aluminium angle for this purpose, fitted across the table. First step is to trim the end of the angle so it fits up against the fence. A second piece of angle was then cut and shaped to meet the fence. They were bolted together with 4mm bolts as seen. Trimmed and tidied up, it now grips the end of the fence. I didn't want to drill holes in the table at this stage of its life, warranty and all those things, but there are ribs underneath which I can use as a reference. So I've shaped another piece of angle, stick underneath and engage on the rib. Using an engineer's square, the fence was lined up and the position of the bracket marked. A stud is mounted in the bottom bracket. This allows for fine adjustment. The parts are held together with an adjustable handle. Cut to length and tidied up, here is the fence in place. After adjusting the stud position, the fence returns repeatedly square. Importantly, the fence works at all bevel angles. I'm sure this is not the last modification I shall make to this machine, but you'll have to keep watching my videos to see more. Why not subscribe? I believe this fence is a worthwhile addition to sanders of this type and well worth the effort of making. That's all for this time. See you next time.